What up, brothers? It's Clipper King returning for another review on yet another NBA figure. As you can see, it's Miami Heat's LeBron James, or King James if you will, and it's by Enterbay. Followers of my channel will already know, in the past I've reviewed the white 45 version of Michael Jordan, the red 23 version of Michael Jordan, the version 1 Kobe Bryant. This will be the next, and then I've still got the version 2 Kobe Bryant to come. So, I'm rolling on, and I'm getting all street with me, son, with these basketball players. Just show you up and down. Pretty much got him in a, I don't know, dribbling pose, just about to cross over between his legs, probably to his other hand. So have a little look round, see what's happening. So, yeah, looking beautiful. So, his Miami Heat stand, and packaging in the background. So, we'll get straight on. And I will start with source material. Let's get some scores on the doors. Right, unlike Michael Jordan, and I suppose like Kobe Bryant, if you're not a basketball fan or an NBA fan or an American sports fan, chances are you've possibly heard of LeBron James in passing, but he won't be an household name. Particularly in countries outside America, I would think. You might have heard of him, but not to the extreme that you would have a Michael Jordan or whatever. I think he is considered the best of the moment, top dog, so to speak, and he is playing for what most would consider the best team in Miami Heat, along with D Wade and Chris Bosh, pretty much considered the big three for Miami. So yeah, I have done a bit of background work. I have got into it through the 2K14 game, of which he is the cover star, and I have been watching a lot of games on BT Sport in the UK, so I am brushing up. Also, like I've said before, I do go back to YouTube, type in searches, do some background work, basically so I'm not just talking bullshit when I'm doing reviews. I do know a little bit of something, and I've found a lot of good footage on LeBron, highlight reels, sort of legacy videos, and then comparing him, and interviews about him, interviews by him, and like I said, just to get a bit of knowledge, check out, does the figure look like him, does it represent him well. So, and I will say, I normally play with Miami Heat when I'm on 2K14, and he is a fucking beast. So, respect. But like I said, he's not an household name I wouldn't consider outside the States. So, for source material, like Kobe and unlike Jordan, I am going to give him a 3 out of 5, which is straight down the line. Like I said, if you know your sports, you might know him. If you don't, you pretty much ain't got a fucking clue who he is. So, like I said, a 3 out of 5 for source material. I'll roll straight onto packaging as soon as it's set up. Again, I do like it. The uniform design, or the jersey design, the front and centre is pretty much supposed to resemble that shot, even with the coloured sides down here. So it represents this. And it even shows the perforations, which the jersey doesn't. Well, it does, but they're not actual holes, but I'll get into that when I do the outfit. Again, following the theme, you've got the chrome signature, which looks good, or autograph, whatever you want to call it. And then obviously the Heat, number 6, which is his jersey number. So yeah, not too much on the back or sides. Inside, it opens straight down the middle. On the right hand side you've got the foam inlay that houses the figure. On the left hand side you've got the plastic clamp with the annoying sticky tape that hold the hands and so on in place. Don't see a need for it because there is a clam lid, and that's pretty much how it is. Again, good material. I do like the design, although you don't get an action pose or a shot of the figure on the front, but I do think if you were to line them up as a backdrop behind your figure, it would make quite a nice display. I will say, I don't know about the version 2 Kobe, but this box is a little bit taller than the version 1 Kobe. If you remember when I reviewed Kobe, I put it on the back shelf, the back step, so to speak, but this one, as you see, wouldn't fit. This is the same size as the Jordan box, so I'm just thinking when the version 2 Kobe gets it, probably will have the same size box as this. So yeah, a lot of you NBA fans, if you were to display them on a shelf and put that as your backdrop, I think you'd have quite a nice look going on. Again, the packaging, it's not outstanding. It's not like a Hot Toys DX box, but it is really functional and it is in really good condition. It was shipped quite well by Enterbay, and I hate to give him credit because they're a set of fucking idiots. But I'll get onto that later. But yeah, I'm going to give the packaging a 4 out of 5. I give the source material a 3 out of 5. Let's get him reposed and let's roll her on to likeness. Moving on to the likeness, like I said, I've just pretty much switched out the pose just so I could go to the smiling head sculpt, because you've just seen the game face, so to speak. Just got him walking back. Looking at his legs. He's pointing. Out for the assist. I don't know, guy. Fist clenched, just scored or just won a game, whatever. Just telling you what goes through my mind when I'm doing a pose. Obviously, the smile dictates. He couldn't be doing a slam dunk because he'd be major fucking highlighting his sen if he decided to smile while he was dunking. So, like I said, to get that head on, you've pretty much got to have him holding the trophy or celebrating, which is what I've done here. I am going to cover both heads, obviously. I don't know which would be considered the first head. That's what I would say is the game face. Looking depth in the eyes is unbelievable. We'll cover this one first, then I ain't got to move it around. As you notice, obviously the headband is removable, which is a good idea. I just hope that with moving it on and off the figure all the time, it doesn't sort of rub the transfer off or dirty it, so to speak. You do want to keep it a nice white colour. I think it would have been nice also if they would have... Well, with all the NBA figures, actually. In fact, no. I'm going to fucking cover this thought in a minute. I want to get a little gem, but no, I'll get you in a minute. Yeah, pretty much got him dead on. Only thing I've noticed, I did a bit of research, and I think this figure comes from 2011-12 season. The reason I know that is because I found some pictures of the Nikes that he wear, because I'm going to put the tick on those. Obviously, this figure I am keeping, so I am going to modify the shoes and get them looking accurate. So, because that's the case with the shoes, I'm feeling that this sculpt is sort of supposed to be of that time. And the reason I think that also is because, like I said, I've been watching it a lot regularly, and I think his beard is a lot thicker now. Or not thicker, but I don't know, like my beard, for example, if you see me on Figure Time, my beard, the lines in it, I try to get them really sharp. And I think that's how he's gone now. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to darken up the beard, just to make it look more up to date. But it's a bit of sacrilege, really, because the figure to start, the head sculpt to start with is fucking awesome. I think everything's accurate. Ears, hairline, although he is thinning a little bit now at the front. The eyes... I haven't seen so much depth in a set of eyes in a long time, and I suppose it's because the eyes are pretty wide open. But yeah, look how they glisten. Really nice. The ears, the mouth. I think when he plays as well, I could be wrong, but I think he wears one of them clear gum shields, and it actually looks, from certain angles, like they've done this sculpt with him wearing it. Sort of the way the top lip pushes out, and sort of the way the teeth look. If that is the case, then it's a stroke of genius. Yeah, just like everything about it. The paintwork, the sculpt, awesome. Can't touch this fucking head sculpt. Really good. The teeth look real. The lips look real. The sculpt in the beard looks really good, although, like I say, it is darker now. So I'm just going to darken that up, probably make it as dark as the hair. But... fucking faultless head sculpt to me. Then again, the smiling one. I'm going to struggle to get close now because I've put on. Where the dimples are really accurate. I hope you all know LeBron James, or find a picture of him, because you'll realise what I mean. Fucking awesome. Like I say again, the beard needs darkening a little bit, but it's not too hard a job. In fact, it's a really easy job. Just keep it subtle, but just darken it up a touch until you're happy with it. That's what I want to do. The headband sets it off and makes it look really accurate, so you instantly recognise who it is. Again, depth in the eyes. You get the impression that he is wearing the gum shield again. I'm getting a shadow off myself here for some reason. Let's try and turn it a little bit so you can see it from this side. Yeah, just fucking beautiful. All of them are really faultless, the NBA players. Obviously, I've not seen Blake or the Derrick Rose figure in hand, but I would think that they're the same. And I do like the fact that we get 2 head sculpts, because it'd be, I don't know, it just wouldn't be a good idea to just put one in, although they did with a Jordan figure. It just gives you options, pose options. And like I say, if one of the heads, in the case of Kobe, one's amazing and one's just really good. But with this one, both are awesome. I couldn't give it anything other than a 5 out of 5. Really, really easy 5 out of 5. I quite like that pose as well, to be honest. Got a real natural feeling about it. The placement of his feet and how his hands is and turned up, and yeah, just kind of like that. Anyway, like I said, an easy 5 out of 5 for likeness. I hope you all know him, do agree. Let's move on to the outfit. Moving on to outfit, and firstly, just to show, I've switched up the pose again, as I do, in which got him, big leap forward, about to slam it hard. Oof. Boost! Right, let's cover what the outfit includes. Firstly, I'll tell you what it doesn't include. The rubber wristbands, so the white one on there, and then on this wrist you see he's got a red and white one. I pretty much made those myself, because from playing the game and seeing the cover of the game and watching it on TV, he always wears the rubber wristbands. I think on him, I could be wrong by saying, I think each one says "I promise," and obviously they are symbolic of something. So I'll put them on simply because they will cover the wrist joint, and I think they're easy to do. Obviously it's just an elastic band cut to the correct size and then just glued. That's all I've done with it, and then I try and put the joint away from where you would see. So it doesn't include them. It does include, like I say, the headband or sweatband, whatever you want to call it, which is like one of the signature things of LeBron James, along with the arm pad, the full sleeve length one. Moving down, the Miami Heat shirt and shorts, and then underneath here, these are actually full length sort of, you know, Under Armour shorts, and they actually come down to about here. I didn't like them, and he doesn't actually wear these this season. So what I did is I pushed them up to make them more like knee pads, so it does cover the awkward knee joints. But what I noticed when I did that is, typical Enterbay, the black marks the leg, as you can see here. See this black ring here and here? Because they don't wash the excess dye out of the material they use. So it did leave that. No biggie, and it kind of blends into his tattoos in all honesty, but again, did it on that. So if you are ordering a LeBron, chances are it will already be stained. Moving down, the white NBA socks, and then sort of the license-free Nike sneakers. It's just a matter of putting a black tick here and a smaller one on the inside, and I will be doing that, getting some paint or one of them paint pens and drawing that on to make them look more realistic. I will say I do really like the scale of this outfit, and I do like the fact that they're not transfers, it's sort of in the print this time. Same with the edging, same with all this, same with this. It don't feel like a transfer anymore, it seems to be in the print, if that makes sense to you. Now, same with this. It's all, I don't know, it don't feel like there's anything that's been pressed onto the top. Same with all this, the Miami Heat symbol on the waistband, this here, and I think there's an NBA symbol here, there is. They've sort of stepped forward with the uniforms, and I think this is what the version 2 Kobe is going to come like. The only thing I don't like about it, like I said, I do like the scale, I do like the fit, it looks really good on him. I think the red is a little bit washed out, and I don't know if that's something to do with the technique printing onto the white, I don't know, but I'm sure that Miami Heat is a lot more vibrant red than that. But and I've got to say, the viewfinder and the light from the camera is making it look more vibrant than it does in hand. Let's just test that, because like I say, the red just looked a little bit washed out to sort of a dark pink to me, where the red on the shoes looks really red and vibrant. So that's just one thing I noticed. Like I say, the black undershorts do mark the leg, and they aren't accurate anymore because I don't think he wears these. What What else am I going to tell you? Oh yeah, one other major thing I'm not keen on. And not that I'm not keen on, it just, I think they've done it in the wrong place. On his sleeve, they've put, if his arms were down by his side, the seam for the sleeve goes straight down the front of his arm, which pisses me off a little bit because you can see the layers of white underneath the white, obviously because it's stretched. I wish what they would have done is put the seam on the inner side of the arm so that if his arms were down by his side, you wouldn't see the seam. But also, it sort of dictates where the seam's got to be because of this padded section, which has got to be on his elbow. I hope that makes sense. I'll point it out when his arm's down next. That's, I don't know, it makes it very noticeable. That's the case. On the back, it says James, obviously, number 6. But yeah, really like it. Really like the scale. Really like the way it moves around him. Really like that pose. He's getting his sense some air. Getting up there, just about to smash it into some fucker's face. Booyah! Looking beautiful. So yeah, he's got his hefty fucking 6'8" bulk flying through air, just about to fucking jam it. So yeah. Score the outfit. Like I said, there's things that piss me off. Well, not piss me off, there's things that bother me, should I say, like the dye coming off. But what am I going to do? I don't want to scrub the leg so tattoo comes off or some shit like that. I don't know. Like I say, it is an improvement scale-wise, but it's... I'll tell you another thing I know I like. I don't know if you'll pick it up. On the shirt, you can see this sort of grey-looking pin dots, which is supposed to be the perforation. But when you've got it in hand, you can see it's only in certain areas, like here. So you've got like the sweat section under the arm, and then it's like a solid white here, and then it goes to the sweat section at the front. It looks really good, and it makes it look really, really accurate and to scale. But yeah, like I said, there is a couple of things that do bother me, but nothing major. But then again, it's not a massive thing. It's not very intricate. Another thing as well, I forgot to say. Where the Kobe brought a couple of pairs of trainers and the Jordan brought 3 pairs, this only brings this one. So that were another downer. I've scored it a 3, to be honest. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5, which is straight down the line. Another thing, and I never mentioned it on any of these other NBA players, I wished to make these better value for money, then I wouldn't mind paying around the £150, £160 mark, which that's what they cost you from Enterbay. If they would have put either an alternate kit in or the away kit, because I think then it gives you your options. Everybody's wouldn't look the same. You could select, did you want the Kobe in purple or in yellow? Do you want this in the white kit or the red one or maybe the black one? You know what I mean? There's plenty of variants in the NBA. It's all merchandising, and I think if they would have put you another set in, like the black set, and then they changed that, you can do a black sleeve and a black headband as well, and then probably a pair of black trainers, it just would have looked more beastly and it would have given you some options as well. But like I said, what they have given you is really good. But I've given it a 3 out of 5. Right, moving on to articulation. I'm going to show you something that I haven't showed you on the other figures. As you can see, took the shirt off so I can show you the body clearly. And also, I did it on this one because of the tattoos, and I want to show you what a job Enterbay has done. I pretty much sort of replicated the pose that he does at the start of most games, where he's like putting powder on his hands and he claps his hands together and he just stands there in front of the crowd, sort of in this pose. I will turn it around in a minute so you can see on the back. But as you can see, I'll fly through the articulation. The ball joint at the top of the neck. Again, you've got to watch for some scuffing. There's a little bit of scuffing somewhere up here and up here. It's because the curve of the jaw, when you pose it, it sort of rubs into the rubber. This section here is all like pretty soft rubber, as you can see. And then obviously the articulation points are all inside. The shoulders, I don't really need to talk you through it. You can fucking see it. Anybody watching this is a figure collector anyway, so you've got the single bend elbow, you've got the standard wrist pegs, both sides obviously, single bend elbow. Moving down, got rock either way, dip, forward, back, swivel. Swivel at the lower part. Oh, he's got a belly button. Look at that, get in my belly. Movement at the waist. Then moving down here, obviously in the pelvis, you can rotate the legs, forward, back, in, out, really good spread, down, double bend knees, and then articulated ankles that are not hindered by the trainers or sneakers, depending on where you're from. So the articulation is what it is. Again, it's functional, yet it's still quite aesthetically pleasing. On top of the fact that the body does look pretty good in most poses and looks pretty natural, Enterbay went to the length of trying to make these tattoos pretty accurate. So let's have a look at them. Because of the bluing look, I'm getting a feeling that the lighting on the camera is just going to shine on the blue. But you can see he's got the scroll down the lower right arm. And then on the inner bicep of the right arm, what we do in life, moving across, echoes in eternity, which is accurate. Moving up here, it's got like a, it's like a child's face. And moving around, he has got the full sleeve of tattoos, all looking good, all pretty accurate. The letter L on the tricep of his left arm, and the J on the tricep of the right arm. On his chest, the large sort of griffin, lion with the eagle's wings. I'm sure that's a griffin, could be wrong. And then the shield with the writing on it. I don't know if you can make out what the writing says, but again, look at the pose. Look at the nipple. Ooh, sexy. Yeah. On his rib cage, on the right hand side, it says family. Rib cage on the left hand side says loyalty. Now, for an NBA player, most of the time is going to be covered up. So the fact that they go to these lengths just boggles my mind. It just shows that they must love the subject matter to even want to do that. Because like I said, this is going to be covered up, but they still put it on there, and I think it's a touch. I think it's a right touch. Going down, looking at the left leg, it says history. And on the other leg, it says witness. So I'm thinking that probably means witness history. And if we're turning round, come on. See, on the outer shoulders, if you want to pause these and have a good look at them, I'll try and keep them in shot for you. Yeah, the sleeve. Could spend all afternoon fucking reading him, to be honest. Just looking up and down that. And the sleeves all done. And then on his back, the accurate chosen one tattoo. So obviously thinks quite a lot of himself. So really good. The articulation is good. I haven't tried to go for a pose that he won't do. Obviously the fact that he's only got a single bend elbow does piss me off a little bit on this one, because the sleeve would have covered, even if it were just on this arm, he could have done a double bend elbow, because it's pretty much always covered up with a white full cloth sleeve. So they could have done it on that one. On this one, probably not so much. But the body is good, I will say that. It get a ratchety feeling, although it does feel smooth as well. So on articulation, I am going to give it a 4 out of 5. And now, I better fucking dress him again. Right, I'm going to do the extras, and then I'm going to roll straight into the value and the overall. Right, I'll start off showing you what he brought. In fact, I'll show you pose first. Pretty much just won his first championship. Got him holding it there. The trophy. And his ball, obviously. Nice big smile on lad's face. Looking thrilled with his son. So, yeah, you can see my reflection as well in that ball. Beautiful Uncle Clipper. Looking at you. So, yeah. So, obviously, he gets the championship trophy, the magnetic ball, and a right and left hand to hold it. I say I've put the rubber wristbands on myself. They didn't come with it. The headband does come with it. This sort of white sleeve comes with it. The outfit, obviously, everything he's wearing. The undershorts down. Just one pair of trainers, which is a bit of a pisser because others brought more, but not to worry too much. Obviously, it's got the hardwood looking base with a Miami Heat symbol on it. Really nice. The bendable stand. Pretty good because you can pose it stood up and you can pose it in flight, which is a really good idea. Coming down, probably the main extra he brings Game face head sculpt. I think there's pretty much a theme with these NBA stars as well, and I do think they're a must. They just sort of, I don't know if they fucking validate the price, but they help you sleep at night when you've just bought one. You think, well, at least it's got 2 head sculpts. But anyway, awesome head sculptors I've covered. The hands, pretty much same as all the others have got, although I will say LeBron's are slightly bigger than the likes of Kobe's. And obviously that's because if you stand them side by side, he would be bulkier, so he would look stupid with his smaller hands. That's how it seems anyway. Could be. No, I think these are bigger hands. Got the catching hands, right and left. The relaxed hands, right and left. The fists, right and left. And then I've got a ball grabbing hand. The right ball grabbing hand. The sort of 3-throw hand. Like it's just dangling. And then a pointing right hand, which is gripping the bottom of the trophy. So not much really, even compared to Jordan and Kobe. Obviously, they both brought more trainers. Kobe had another head sculpt. This got another head sculpt. Jordan didn't have an head sculpt. He had the MVP trophy instead of this one. So I don't know. They're sort of balancing themselves out. I know when Kobe comes, the version 2, he'll have an head sculpt to stand and only 1 pair of trainers, so that's pretty much the same as this would get, and obviously Kobe will get a championship trophy as well, so I think that's the standard. I think the other ones that they've released don't even have a trophy with them or a change of trainers, so I don't know. It's pretty much the one you pick up, that's the extras you get, so to speak. Because of the head sculpt and the base, I'm going to give it a 4. Because the head sculpts are that good, and also you can sort of use every pose that you would want to do. You've got an head sculpt for it, so to speak. So I am going to give it a 4. That's probably a generous 4, but I am going to give it. Now moving on to value. Whereas I got Jordan and Kobe on a really good deal from eBay, the cheapest place I could get this from was actually direct from Enterbay. It was $204 and $45 shipping. So $249 converts to £154. So that is what I paid, direct from Enterbay. They're in stock. I think they're all in stock. Maybe not Jordan, but the other ones are. I sent a mail to Enterbay. Can you market me down as a $30 gift so I don't get custom charges? They said, yeah. They did actually put that down, but then obviously the fucking customs had changed, and now apparently it's only a $25 gift. So I'm fucking at a loss with customs. So I did get custom charges on top of the price I paid, which takes the value up to ridiculously high. Oh, even just for the figure, $154 for this, I don't know, because I think a $154 figure from Hot Toys would have brought more, but I don't know. Partly the reason that I'm collecting these is because I'm fucking bored shitless of what Hot Toys are bringing out, so it's pretty much forced me back to Enterbay, so I don't know. If I wouldn't have got custom charges, I'd have been a little bit more chuffed. I mean, this time I've ordered the version 2 Kobe. It took them a fucking week to send it. I've been sending them emails saying, will you mark it as a $10 gift, which they said they had done, so whether I get custom charge on that one, I don't know. But like I said, if you want to go to the likes of Tim Cent, they want even more. They want at least $170 shipped, and that's, I think that's way too much. And even at $154, I'm only going to give the value a 3 out of 5, simply because it just, I don't know, it don't feel like it's worth that. Although I can't really fault the figure on much, but it just doesn't feel like it's worth that. I don't know, I can't explain to you why. But anyway, it's got a 26 out of a possible 35. I think it's the lowest scoring one that I've done. But I've got to say, I'm really, really happy with it, and it is a nice step in a new direction, which is possibly what I needed. Not much more I can say. I hope you've enjoyed all them. I hope you do watch them, because sometimes I look at videos. In fact, I'm going to fucking contradict myself here. Sometimes I'll release a video and I sort of know what I'm going to get views-wise. Now these, I'm putting them out and I'm expecting not to get a lot. If any of them make a 1,000... I'll be happy at that. I think it might take a while to get to the 1,000 mark, but I don't know. The reason I'm going to contradict myself is because I was checking my YouTube other day, and I was looking at my channel. I looked at the most watched video, and my My most watched video, believe it or not, and I don't understand why for a fucking second, for a lot of reasons, my most watched video is part 5 of the Real Steel reviews on Atom, Midas and Ambush. I did a review of all 3 together, and it broke down into 5 parts. And part 5 has been watched by 28,000 people, and I think to myself, that is fucking random. Basically because I've done note but slag 3A off, unmixer. So I don't know who the fucking hell's watching that video. And like I said, the other parts are probably around 2,000-3,000 each. But part 5 for some reason is on 28,000. If anybody can tell me why that is, fucking tell me, because YouTube fucking confuses me. But like I say anyway, coming back to these figures, I don't expect massive views on them, but I just know you can put the subject matter to one side and at least just have a look at them, even if it's just to educate yourselves or to, I don't know, pick up a little bit of knowledge that you might not have known otherwise. Like I said, I'm really happy with all 3 of them. Don't forget the Kobe is available if you want it. £110 and £12 shipping in the UK. This one's not available because I'm keeping this bitch. But for now, this is a Clipper King Brothers, and I'm out of here.